Unmuting.
Oh, you're unmuting? That means it's daddy time.
God damn it, Koki.
What one is not cookie?
Alright. So, today we are starting on Fate EXTELLA, the Umbral Star. As I understand, this is basically a continuation of Fate Extra because this involves the same characters as was in that game.
Wait, that means that you're starting a harem collection again.
Yeah, I
I,
guess
Alright, so,
we'll finish what we were doing in DMs after the stream.
yeah. Alright, gonna go ahead and play.
Ooh, that burned.
Ooh. I like this HUD. I like the aesthetic of this HUD.
Oh god, this HUD. Hi Nero. I'm surprised your tits haven't gotten any smaller.
Alright, let's see. Gallery, we don't have much since we're just starting, so let's go ahead into main story. Apparently 3 storylines for now. Caster and 2 sabers, one of them being Nero Claudius. The Flame Poem arc. And it even shows her stats. D strength, D endurance, A agility, B mana, A luck, B in NP. Alright. Compendium. Flame Poem. BC. 12,000. Ooh, pretty. A shooting star falls from the early dawn sky, a shining light streaming through the dark river of space. Let's see. The Earth's surface would be unfamiliar to modern-day eyes. All who dwell upon it look up. The people, the animals, even the plants. The comet goes on soaring through the sky. For all their great speed, most comets appear to hold still in the sky from the planet's perspective. And so the people believe this one to be another harmless spectacle, a tear-shaped jewel among the stars. They have no idea of the doom it brings, no idea that their time on this planet has come to an end. The surface of the Earth is on fire. The planet is on fire. The catastrophe destroys all civilizations without clemency or judgment. The beasts of nature suffer horrible mutations, run amok, and ultimately fall to ash. Prophets protest that the end has to come too soon. Rulers call upon their people to fight. Scholars say only that it is too late. A few still cling to hope, believing that at least some of them will endure. What the fuck is that? Until the true threat makes its appearance.
So this is a sequel or prequel to Fate Extra?
I don't know myself. I just know it's in the same universe, the same timeline, basically.
Here I say you don't really do blind playthroughs.
Alright, defeat the enemy soldiers. Tutorial. It does not say. Okay. Okay. Alright. So basically, as I understand, the EXTELLA games are Fate Extra characters in a Muso game, a Warriors type game. Oops. By pressing J, you can activate an EXTELLA maneuver. If you have at least one bar in your EXTELLA maneuver gauge at the bottom left of the screen, you can use it at any time. When you hit an enemy with an EXTELLA maneuver, you can engulf surrounding enemies and deal widespread damage. The more enemies you engulf, the more damage will accumulate. Also, the first enemy hit will take significantly more damage. With an EXTELLA maneuver, or while an EXTELLA maneuver is active, you can press the J button to deplete the gauge and deal additional damage. You can deal significant damage by accumulating stock and depleting it all at once. Alright. Reality Marble Golden Theater. Darkness is colossal. Imagine a deep hole, growing and swelling, nothingness spreading out to blind your eyes and eat at your heart. The sheer scale of it all. It's difficult to put into words. How could anything with this much mass even move and breathe? And what could any human do to stop it? The stone monument of Altamira, the Titan of Sephir, This is magnitude of the being who could destroy even the moon. We have no choice but to slay her. We are prisoners, and this is the only way to be free. You are the one. You have to do it. Don't you see? This is why the regalia exists. This is why the moon cell exists. It's glaring at you. It's targeting you. You should realize that without being told. You can see that the glowing points of light are its eyes. A giant shadow from the unknown. It's looking at you. That giant shadow is not a servant. That's what your nature, your soul, screams. But it's not an enemy program. Your mind, your experiences scream out with conviction. All that comes from your body, your instincts, is a cry of wordless terror on your quivering tongue. It's coming. It's here. The giant shadow spreads out with overwhelming speed. With that much mass and velocity, its kinetic energy is on par with a plane crash. How much damage could it do to Seraph? A thought runs through your head. There's no way this ends well. There is only an instant before the darkness engulfs all. Just as in the records and the warnings, the moon witnessed a long ago. So I'll ask you one last time. Someone with nothing to look back on. Someone who has nothing to flash in front of your eyes. An empty shell. Was that what you were? Are you really that kind of creature? No, I'm not. That's what my soul screams out. Something's there. That's what my mind screams out. Something irreplaceable. That's what my body screams out. Proprietor! My husband! In that moment, a voice illuminates the darkness. I see a gleaming light. It's like daybreak. The Titan disappears, and the darkness shatters. The voice and the light approach me. Oh man, that actually hurts. That actually hurts my eyes. My eyes become faint. Farewell to my righteous self. An old story that sent my consciousness drifting. The fond memories of the moon end here. Alright. Ah, you're awake. Thank goodness. Please relax. You're currently re-establishing your connection with the moon cell. The overload from the connection with the moon cell core, or should I say the Holy Grail, temporarily damaged your memory. On top of that, your data has been destroyed. Your condition is critical. We need to restore your data as quickly as possible. First, we need to scan your value. This may give you a slight shock, but please try to hold still. Label, Victor of the Holy Grail War. Category, exempt from measurement, refusal. Right, Y, quality, E-. So I guess you forgot to announce the stream? No, Forrest put out the announcement.
I fucking did it.
Alright. Next, I'll need to confirm your identity. Please input your name. Sorry, but we are going live now, friends. Just doesn't feel the same. Just doesn't hit the same way. I get it. I guess it was one time to try something different. and that was letting Forrest make the announcement, but yeah. If it didn't land, it didn't land. Alright, next I'll need to confirm your identity. Please input your name. Oh. And... And let's confirm. Character's name will be Silver Shinobi. Continue? Yes. Very good. No problems then. Congratulations, Silver Shinobi, champion of the Moon Cell Automaton. Let me clean up around here. Your throne awaits. I've awakened from my slumber. It feels as if I'm witnessing an old dream. I'm sitting in a chair. Was I sleeping? Sitting up? As I raise my head, my joints ache. I must have been in this pose for a few hours at least. There she is. You finally awoken, my praetor. You were mumbling as you slept. Were you having a nightmare? If so, allow me to welcome you back to your beautiful home. Indeed, my smile should say it all. For where else would you rather be than here? Also, marvelous, I see what you guys did with that shot before the text box came up. A woman in red stands proudly in front of me. From the bottom of my heart, I feel a sigh of relief. Her golden hair, her slender body, the name of this beloved woman, together with whom I have overcome so many battles, is... What is her name?
Rin.
Huh? Is something that...
Okay, so I guess this shows that the Rin Tosaka passes can. Oh no, it's Ito.
Iro. Is something the matter, Praetor? Does your head hurt? Huh. Perhaps you've been working too hard lately. I admire the diligent, but if you take ill, your work will suffer. And I'd rather not have to work alone. It's quite boring, you know. Even in her formal demeanor, I can feel her warmth and affection. But something's wrong. I know her very well. She's the most important person in the world to me. But even so, I can't remember her name. Do I have amnesia? Even if I do, I can at least remember what I first called her. Saber. She's known as the heroic spirit of the sword, and as the servant of Silver Shinobi, me. Hmm? All joking aside, is something the matter? Perhaps it would help you wake up if I reintroduced myself? MSO says her name is Gary Oak, obviously. Let's see. Very well then.
What do you got, Cat? What do you want?
Here we go. Very well then. Then allow me to repeat my introduction. Only one heroic spirit blossoms with the stars of her glittering sword. I am the Emperor of Roses, she whose hands are as fair as they are talented. My sword swings with the melody of the muses. My heart roars like Vulcan's forge to light your way. Let the sound entrance you. Let the flames rekindle your love for me. I am the finest instrument ever forged, the heroic spirit of the sword. I am your servant. And that is how one makes an introduction. If it fosters the bond between us, I'll say it again as many times as you please. When I see her smile, I can feel the enjoyment from deep within her heart. That feeling flows through me and starts to clear the fog from my head. I can vaguely remember awkward dreams, far removed from whatever my real memories are. But as long as she's by my side, I know I'll never have to fear or doubt a thing. Of course, now that we've established my name and my beauty, what about yourself? As Saber says those words, I look around the room for the first time. What is this? That is a really fancy throne. A throne?
How has the stream already been going for 20 minutes?
Oh, geez, you're right, yeah.
How? What the how? It feels like we just started.
Yeah. A throne? I knew I was...
How long's in the bathroom for?
I knew I was sitting down, but this is no ordinary chair.
This is a chair made of mahogany.
From the planet of Melchior 5. Where the trees are 500 feet tall and breathe fire! MSO says, now that we've established my name and beauty, what about you, Silver? Why, yes, I am beautiful. Thanks for noticing. Why did I suddenly imagine Silver Shinobi, but in the style of freaking... What's that one manga name? Haven't you heard? I'm Sakamoto. It's supposed to be like a joke anime about... It's supposed to be a joke manga about like how you have this one Mr. Perfect character in the typical Japanese high school setting. There were even jokes because of how the character looked. There were even jokes about the main character being related to Bayonetta. Silver in that one Johnny Bravo episode. Welcome to the island of beautiful men. Let's see.
Again, Remy is a beautiful man. So.
A room befitting this throne, complete with carpeted stairs to separate the ruler from his men. Did Saber prepare all this? I suppose it's no surprise if she did, but there's something else. I feel like I'm missing something important. What exactly happened to me? What's the matter, Praetor? Why are you staring and why haven't you moved? Had I known this would happen, I would never let you go to the Moon Cell Core by yourself. You slept an entire day upon your return. Something certainly happened there. My Praetor, please tell me everything. Asleep? For a whole day? And what's the Moon Cell Core? Do you not remember? Oh, this could be dire. You must have undergone quite a journey. Right. We should discuss this in a more comfortable setting. A place where we can both lie down. None other than my room. Are you flirting with me? Not gonna lie, I was expecting Forrest to just interject with, "Bitch, back off my man!"
I'm trying to be better about that.
Do you like it? You may call it my room, as I do. It was built rather quickly, so pardon me if the amenities are still a bit lacking. For now, please rest yourself. We have much to prepare for. Or perhaps you have other interests. If so, please do not hesitate to ask. It would be my privilege to tell you a bedtime story. Alright, new content added to gallery. Alright, so we can adjust our settings, we can craft items, although that doesn't seem to be available yet. We can rest. What should I do now? At the very least, I know our names. I'm Silver Shinobi, she answers to Saber. We clearly have some kind of relationship, but I don't know the details. And then there's this place. Where am I? And why does the word seraph pop into my head when I ask myself that? Heh. Then allow me to regale you. Lend an ear to the tale of our passionate victory here in the Moon Cell. Yes, please explain, or no thanks, I think I remember the gist of it. Exposition. Yes, please explain. This place is indeed the moon, Diana's star itself, floating high in the heavens above the land. In 2032 AD, mankind made a discovery on the moon's surface, and named it the Moon Cell Automaton. It had the power to grant its owner's desires, reshaping reality with a single wish. For that reason, they called it the Holy Grail. It also created beings like me. I am an autonomous electronic life form in the shape of a heroic spirit, also known as a servant. And those who summon servants and grant them their powers, in this technological context, are called wizards, like you. In most of the rest of the Fate series, they're just referred to as mages as a collective term. No, I don't think any of them are actually referred to as wizards. So, servants are more than AI. We are genuine beings made manifest with Seraph. But simply, we have souls and we are alive. Your life force, meanwhile, is tied to the body of a wizard back on Earth. If your mind dies within Seraph, the body will die as well. You were thrown into battle as a novice, but you and the allies you earned overcame mighty foes and uncovered vast revelations. You fought, and you fought, and you fought. And now here we are together, in our private lunar abode. MSO says, Silver selects no. Enough expository banter. Now we fight like masters, and servants, and masters who act like servants. For Silver Shinobi, it's whaling time! Deposits crystals into the gacha.
You do the
Nice, nice, FF5 Gilgamesh reference. Also, hey, John.
Also, yeah, I have returned from getting the foodstuffs. And see, the thing about this game is that the gameplay here follows more of a Dynasty Warriors vibe.
Yep, I did bring that up. It follows a Muso format. Alright.
Gesundheit, Drake.
Alright, here we
Yes,
go.
Koki, I'm here.
Alright. My memories are still in fragments, but I do recall a few images here and there. The Holy Grail War. Many masters and their powerful servants. NPCs running the war from behind the scenes. So many combatants, but only one winner at the end of it all. And was that winner truly me? You did indeed win. You proved your might and advanced to the Moon Cell core. There, You claimed the Holy Grail. New content added to gallery. Alright, I guess the only thing we can do now is rest. There is still much to tell you, but rest should be our first priority. Let us enjoy a bit of calm before the storm. Sleep sounds good, even if I am just starting to wake up. As I close my eyes, I realize I have one more question for now. What's that ring? Are you curious? You must be. Rejoice! This is a privilege given to the winner of the Holy Grail War, the Sovereign's Regalia, handed down by the Moon Cell. It symbolizes your royal authority within Seraph. A resplendent treasure, proving me to be the greatest emperor of all time! Humble as ever. Yeah, it sure is beautiful. Isn't it? I would have preferred more of a rose motif, but it will suffice as it is. And it makes a fine reward for our teamwork. When the Moon Cell bequeathed it to me, I knew it understood the heart of a maiden. Saber shows off her ring to me. Her joy is so infectious that I want to get up and give her a hug. Now that we've finished the Holy Grail War, you and I have been given the reward of traveling all over Seraph. Huh? Oh, forgive me, I should not overwhelm you all at once. All things take time. Please lie down and rest. Tomorrow, you and I will survey our domain. I look forward to fighting alongside you again, my valiant master. At those words, the lights in the room go down. As I start to fall asleep, it grows dark outside. Not because of the real sun, but because Seraph, a serial phantasm that manifests as its own world, wants it to. All actions, even those of nature, have meaning, but human actions are in their own special category, and so Saber and I have taken human form in our digital selves. I'm thinking too much. I should take Saber's advice and sleep. I know that when I wake up, a new world will be waiting for me. The new EXTELLA, Mare Aurum, the capital of roses. It seems your fatigue has been lifted, Master. Sharpness is back in your eyes. As promised, I shall guide you through our lands today. We might encounter a few scraps, but consider them practice if so. Oh, but before that, allow me to introduce our generals. The Regalia officially makes me the king, yes, king, of the Moon Cell. And what is a king without vassals? And so, these guys look familiar. Behold Behold my men-at-arms. These 4 warriors will proclaim my sovereignty throughout the Moon Cell. First,
Kenny McCormick. Oh, Kenny McCormick. I mean, Cuckoo-Lane.
First, the Prince of Light from Ulster Cycle, the red-speared warrior of the Lancer class. His true name? Cuckoo-Lane. Hey, long time no see, Shinobi. We were enemies back in the Holy Grail War, but here we are now. Nice to work with you.
Is that Shuan?
The second general, the Demon Fistmaster, without shape or sound, an assassin known for his first strike, which needs no second strike. His true name? Li Shu Wen. Was this a coincidence, or was it fate? Pardon me if you happen to smell blood on me. I assure you, it's not mine. I heard tell of an honest job. I had nowhere to go, so I welcome your hospitality. Take me to any battlefield, I won't complain. Third, the personification of righteous invincibility, the Knight of the Sun, and a saber class. His true name, Gawain. Gawain at your service. Your Majesty, and her master. As long as your cause is just, I shall be your sword. And, Silver Shinobi, you were quite instructive to my former master, Leo. I shall henceforth believe in your righteousness. Oh, he has been known to be rather indecisive. No matter. If we need another saber, I am more than ready myself. And last but not least, the fourth general. The final... Wait, are we sure this is the right man? Of course. I'm on your side, aren't I? You chose me? New rules from Seraph. A certain someone came up, crossed swords a few times, made a pitch, and invited me here. So, if you want to hire me, and if you can make it worth my time, I'll follow your contract. And you do have the regalia, so for us masterless servants, your orders are just like master's orders. Well, it was indeed I who selected the four of you. By the way, were you in the Holy Grail War? You look familiar. I think they all were. Who knows? That was probably some low-level heroic spirit who died in the first round. Doesn't really matter now. By the way, do I not get an intro, Sovereign of the Mooncell? I mean, as long as I'm pledging my loyalty and all. MSO's like, oh, I didn't know this game featured Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Yeah, no, Dante went and got a tan. Of course. Behold, the fourth general. A stranger who wields twin blades, despite being an archer class. His true name is unknown. He just shrugs. I do not know his name. Please stop making that face, Praetor. For some reason, his spirit level cannot be replicated as a servant. At least according to his self-report. Moving on! These four generals are now my vassals. The Holy Grail War is over, but still these lands grow and change each day. Only I, the king, the emperor, am fit to possess them. His true name is unknown. Hi, unknown. Actually, it's nameless. So proclaims the Regalia's royal authority. I see. So that's what she's talking about. Seraph is building new lands, and Saber and I are going out to claim them. Now, all of you, to your posts. The Praetor and I must depart on our outing together. Our expedition, that is. MSO says, don't feel bad. I know a guy named Nobody. He was a real pain in the eye.
I'm going to slap you.
But they'll enjoy it.
No problem.
I mean, Remy.
No problem. Time to swat down whatever rogue programs pop up. Oh, May I ask one question first, Your Majesty? What is it? Speak quickly. You're the one holding the regalia, right? So shouldn't you be on the throne instead of that kid there? Ah, indeed. The throne is the seat of a king. But with all my obligations to the front lines, I have little time for anything else. That is why the one I trust and cherish more than anyone else will always sit there in my place. Besides, my Praetor is both the only remaining master in Seraph and the victor of the Holy Grail War. Who else is more worthy? Can't argue with that logic. Without my Praetor, I would not be sovereign. Keep in mind that I do not hold the fate of my domain. Silver Shinobi does. Wow, Saber, no pressure. I get it. So not just for show, then. Alright, works for me. Well, if you need anything, just give me a call, Master. I can spear things like even the Emperor wouldn't believe.
Two, crazy.
I think that was the point of his phrase.
On that note, if you'll excuse me too. Seraph's being decoded right now. I should be on the alert for any changes. If there's any fighting, give me a call. Unlike other servants, I'm suited for going against people. Just make sure it's a challenge. Let me check on the AIs who are seeking refuge. They will be your citizens in the Seraph to come, after all. And a good king is always ready to hear the people's petitions. Now, by your leave. Subordinates or not, they lack cohesion as a unit. If only they could act as one. Well, we can discuss that later. For now, Praetor, let me guide you through the long-awaited new world. Love the scenery. Take a look, Praetor. This is the ever-changing Seraph. Our lands appear and expand by the day. Know well that the rules have changed since the arenas of the Holy Grail War. Now, put simply, all of us are equal. Even you, Master. To any foes we encounter, you are now as much of a target as I am. Speaking of which, enemy programs are gathering just up ahead. If we proceed, battle is inevitable. Huh? Wait, does that mean those things can kill me? Were I one of them, Praetor, I would come for you first. Your presence is like ambrosia to them, and your blood even more so. That's bad. I'm not a fighter. I know one program, Codecast. Oh, yes, of course. How foolish of me. You've only just returned, and now here I am carrying on. Please, forgive me. Oh, how could I stay mad at a face like that? This is the perfect stage to show you my valiant figure, but... let us reevaluate. Some guys just like cute shit. Praetor, please stay behind me. It is a servant's duty to protect the master. Lonesome as it is, leave the fighting to me. But I can't leave you alone. I'm... Okay, that flustered reaction, I just couldn't resist. What are you saying, Praetor? All our feelings are more in tune than even I knew. How lovely. Regardless, these are not formal duels here, but wild brawls. I cannot guarantee that I will be able to protect you to the fullest. I understand. Even by her side, I'd be more of a liability than an ally. But I don't want that to push me away from her. Even if I can't fight, I still want to support her. If I didn't do that, I'd have no right to be called Saber's master. Oh? What? Predator? What is the meaning of this? Where did you learn to do that?
What do you mean?
Fire Emblem engage. Eat your heart out. We did it first.
What was that?
Fire Emblem engage. Eat your heart out. We did it first.
I would say Kingdom Hearts. Actually, let me just say Kingdom Hearts did first.
I was referencing Fire Emblem engage because like I apparently vanished into Nero's ring.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the becoming a the hero becoming a ball of light thing. It's like Kingdom Hearts when Sora dies.
I can hear Saber's voice. More than that, I can see her and feel her warmth. Somehow, the whole of my consciousness is now inside Saber's ring. What in the... Yes, that is certainly you in there. I can feel our bond. Stronger now than before. Could this be my doing? Either way, I want to keep you this close. I want you to stay on my finger.
Feel that bond.
You've got me wrapped around your finger.
God damn it, Silver.
The mood joke. Rowdy, the music addict, sang a song.
Perhaps the regalia sensed my apprehensions and brought you in on its own. Well, at least it feels like there's enough room in here, so I don't need to panic. Why am I suddenly imagining this ring being like, what was that turtle's name in JoJo Part 5? Coco Jumbo?
Yeah, that guy.
Put the key in the turtle's shell, and then you find some way to, like, get sucked into, like, this pocket dimension of a room. And it's like, oh, hey, there's a mini fridge here with drinks.
I imagine inside Nero's ring you've got like a smoking room. MC's just got like a fucking cigar in one hand, cup of whiskey in the other.
At least it feels like there's enough room in here so I don't need to panic. In fact, I like this. Now I can be next to Saber and not slow her down. Okay, let's go, Saber. Right! Now, remember, this is battle and the first of many new battles together. Let us keep our heads and move as one. Impressive, Praetor. I knew I could rely on you. Simply give the orders and I will carry out the execution. Now, onward, Praetor! Completing the regime matrix. In order to clear a stage, you'll need to defeat the boss servant, the ruler of the territory. You'll need to gather a majority of the regime keys and take control of the regime matrix in order to make the boss servant appear on the battlefield. You can obtain regime keys by taking other sectors. The campaign on Seraph is a series of power struggles over the regime matrices. Each...
Oh, yeah, it's Muso!
Yep, each of which signifies who has control of its corresponding territory.
Well, 4 games are doing the Muso gameplay.
Yeah, no. Like, there are two kinds of games that I can imagine the Silver Shinobi being. I can imagine some games being like Yakuza style and some being Muso style. Let's see. Within a territory, rooms that hold at least one regime key are called sectors. When you take over a sector, you will obtain regime keys. The number of regime keys held by a sector is called a regime rank, and it is displayed on the minimap. In order to take over a sector, you will need to defeat enemies called aggressors. The number of aggressors can be confirmed by checking the aggressor gauge on the bottom right of the screen. The aggressor gauge will increase as you defeat enemy soldiers. When the gauge is filled to the max, aggressors will appear within the sector. Okay?
I should bring up that, like, I've never played a Muso game, but I've always loved the idea of it.
Yeah!
To feel more powerful than mowing through literal crowds of fucking mooks.
I remember, I've never actually played it myself, but one Muso game that I wanted to play, there was one from Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage, I think it was called.
Yep.
And plus, you know we got some of our strikers with
Ooh, there's an aggressor. Oh! When you defeat an aggressor, it will drop an install skill. You grant those install skill to your servant in my room. Oh, that's not good. I'm kind of stuck here, so...
How do you go there? They're going.
Yeah, they are going, Mr. McCormick. And no, I will never stop calling him Kenny McCormick.
Lancer ga shinda! Kono hito de nashi!
Oh my god, they killed Lancer!
You bastards!
No, bastards! Okay, that's gonna be... Never mind. Yes, Nero, we see the fit.
It is a nice fit.
That's a very nice fit. I mean, other than the window to the front of her panties, but you know.
Alright. Conquest rewards.
Okay, Miss Fashion Sense.
You ragging on my fashion sense?
Alright, hold on. When you take over a sector, you will obtain a regime key and QP. The number of regime keys is equal to the regime rank, so the strategy of completely taking over high-ranking sectors first is a good choice.
You really ruined my fashion sense, you back alley dinosaur thrift shop mannequin.
Excuse you! You tiny, You toddlers
All right.
are clothed wearing walking wallets.
All right, all right.
You ain't got no faction insults to me, do ya?
All right. View the regime gauge at the top of the screen to see which side is closer to completing its regime matrix. When your force's regime matrix is at maximum, you will dominate the territory, thereby forcing the boss servant into battle. Defeat the boss servant to clear the stage. Conversely, if the enemy forces max out their regime matrix, they will seize full control of this territory and force you off the field, thereby causing a loss for your side.
Hello, random aggressor, dude. Time to die.
Besides, John, I get compliments regularly for my outfit.
Can't confirm. Oh, here we go. When you obtain 3 Phantasm circuits, you can press C to reveal the true name of your Noble Phantasm. A Noble Phantasm is a servant's trump card, and it will deal great damage to all enemies within the sector. The locations of the Phantasm circuits can be confirmed on the minimap.
Yeah, that's basically the Muso stuff.
Yep.
It's basically like pressing circle on a Muso game.
Oop.
And to answer your reflexive query, Drake, yes, those are quantum particles.
Okay. I just saw Kukulane said they're not pushovers, but it's just a scratch. I just imagined him stuck with the Black Knight treatment where, like, both his arms and legs are chopped off. Alright, let's call it a draw.
We look at Kukulane. Draw! Brother in the Alpha, your arms and legs are gone. They're gone! I see it clear as day!
Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. And what's that, then? I've had worse.
You lie!
Come here, you pansy!
I love that part of the movie. It's just a shame that the movie's ending doesn't really stick the landing for me.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, got the aggressor there. Alright, took over the sector. And got an install skill.
But you know what? It's still not the worst. It's not the worst or most awkward ending to a movie I've ever seen.
Alright.
That would be Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, a 90s Godzilla movie where it's revealed that the human lead was crushing on the future girl he was crushing on was his descendant.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Alright. When you ignore enemy invasions, there is a possibility of a fall. When a sector falls, the regime keys will also fall to the enemy. Defend a sector by defeating all the aggressors invading it. Giving Kukulane some backup.
Does get a white later on because you know he has a descendant to begin with. Really awkward that like the future lady he was crushing on the whole movie was like, oh yeah, by the way, you're my great friend.
Aggressors are confused as to what we're yapping.
But why was that she said
Yes.
that he was famous in the future? No, she knows his book because she's his relative. Like, we went there, Godzilla.
To be fair, it was the 90s.
Evidently so. There we go. Phantasm circuit number 2.
Eternal Orochi, and in that, Orochi was actually a good guy and a guardian of Earth.
What?
He's been an alien bioweapon. He's been the reincarnation of a famous dragon. He's the mutated form of 3 pets from the future. He's an ancient evil. He's been everything.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I need to get over to Sector 4.
What's that?
Now, I know it's only
The enemy aggressors?
Yep.
Matrix, but would be possible for us to also complete the Agony Matrix.
I don't get it. Oh god, now I get it.
Took you a second.
It activates all the patients in your body. Oh god. I am now
Yeah, Dark Side, in the Celebrity World Championship thing, the fucker uses Monarch monsters.
You would.
And Vader uses Cosmos.
Yeah, I want to bet that not only does Darkseid run Monarch, but he runs a Monarch control deck.
Wait, you watched that too?
No, but I was guessing that it was a Monarch control deck.
Yeah, because which is the absolute worst deck to run against a Cosmo deck because correct me if I'm wrong, Drake, but Cosmo does not have any extra deck monsters.
There we go. Okay. Okay, okay.
Lance, you have like 3 white hairs on the back of your head.
Let's see.
I also learned an interesting fact today.
Yeah?
Apparently, the cat's fur color, like the pigmentation, is determined from like the tip of their back down to like the tips of the toes.
Oh!
Means
My ears!
It's her. The Lizard Beth.
My couple of damn ear holes!
yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the cat printer did not run out of ink when it came to my boy.
Alright. Alright, you little piggies. How are you all doing? Thanks for coming to see my show. Stop this charade at once, you fool! Destiny has allowed us to go against each other this first round, don't you think? Elizabeth Bathory? It's a shame your audience has such poor taste, but I suppose there's no accounting for that. They're not tasteless! They just love to move to my beats! Kukulane's words suddenly echo in my mind. Is she the weird band he was talking about? This is as far as you'll go, little hatchling. Your terrible noise will sully my lands no more. Free the music! Groupies, attack!
I know Carmela just had a freaking brain aneurysm.
Yep. Oh, she got away. No matter, we'll conquer this sector first.
But yeah. Oh.
Sorry. Plants are programs that have the capability to send aggressors to other sectors. If you ignore a plant, your own sectors will be susceptible to enemy invasion. Also, plants have the ability to continually produce aggressors around themselves. When a plant is within the sector, make sure to defeat it first.
I was just about to say that. Thank you, tutorial.
But yeah. Lance the captain never ran out of color for Lance. Even James comes down to his beam. Because he has nothing but black Toby. He is a perfectly printed cat. No chopping dance, no low aim. No need for Gonoid, he is
Brother, the plant is right there.
Yeah, no. Oh! I was focusing on the... Alright, 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 alright. Where was it? Okay, arrow's pointing that way.
spoiling my cat rotten. Because all cats must be.
Cats are weird creatures, though. Alright, that's it.
Ooh.
Scare him.
Install skill, okay. And now I just need to clean up the aggressors.
And then you can you never know what they're thinking.
Nice save.
I mean, I'm more of a dog person, but that's neither here nor there.
Of course we know that, Sammy's also a dog person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So now I ask,
There it is.
why haven't they made a Muso game for Fate Grand Order?
You'd think they would. I guess that's kind of the formula they went for with Arcade. Just they turned it into a single arena instead of a whole battlefield. Alright.
Well, I call that an absolute freaking fumble.
Yeah, come on. Type Moon, bring it over stateside.
You know what we could really use a Muso game for?
What?
Square Enix. Final Fantasy Muso. Literally prints money.
That would be cool. Okay, Boss Servant has appeared.
Like, there's no denying it. It literally prints money.
There it is. Elizabeth's back. Let's go give her a noise complaint.
And I thought Drake had a bad sense of humor.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, Elizabeth Bathory, here we go. And there's a plant here, too. Yep.
Star Lock. Deal with that thing first.
Whoop. Wrong controls. Okay, plant's down.
Yeah, that takes care of that.
Okay. Ooh.
There's something right over there.
Yep. Ah, crap. I just noticed I missed the last part of my the Phantasm charge in the last sector. Oh, crap. There's-
Another one.
Yep. You know what? Maybe this could be my opportunity to pick it up. Can I? No, it looks like I'm stuck here. Or unless... There.
I think you're stuck here, too.
Nope. I'm good. Well, first, let's pick up that charge.
Assuming you can find it.
I assume this is it. Yep. Alright,
Now let's head back and give Liz a noise complaint.
Alright.
Love this.
Let's get rid of that plant. And now back over to...
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that noble tangent.
Oh,
shall we?
jeez. Yeah. I was going to save this for Elizabeth, but... The brilliant Golden Theater.
Thou Saint Claudius. Oh, look at that. It is in the crosshairs of it.
There she is. Oh no! It looks like she's getting primed for her own. Ow, 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 ow. Oop, up, 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 up.
Codecast.
Alright. Press the designated directional button to perform a codecast. Codecasts have various effects, such as HP recovery, swapping subservients. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh. When you press B during a stage, you will access a command seal menu. You can use all 3 commands seals at once to significantly increase your servant's HP and EXTELLA maneuver gauges for a limited time. Oh. Can I go back, or...? Oh, crap! There we go. Got her. Oof. It's looking a little dicey for a second there.
Keyword being a little bit.
Not a bad start. EXA, EXA.
There's room for improvement.
Yeah. New Mystic Code recipe added to craft. Purification Choker. Fairy Haori. Cohort's Mantle. And we leveled up a good bit. Alright, normal. Okay. Install skills collected. Prana Burst Lightning, Prana Burst Fire, Eternal Arms Mastery, Supreme Strike, Strength Boost, Prana Burst Frost, Prana Burst Poison, Transfer Boost, or Transformation Boost. I assume that's what...
And then, suddenly, the power goes out.
Don't even joke about that, Cookie. I actually had the power go out at work at the end of my shift.
Wait, no, that would be so dumb. No.
You idiot! You think you're hot stuff for a little piggy? And Saber, that ring doesn't look good on you at all.
Oh, that just happened!
Spoken like a sore loser. The regalia suits me perfectly. And it belongs right here on my finger. Do you not think so, Praetor? Is the regalia not a perfect fit? Of course it is. So I tell her that from right by her side. I say it while reaching out to touch her fingers. Praetor! Your words are joyful to hear indeed, but you are quite assertive as well. Very well. You have my permission to touch my fingers. Yes.
Okay, so the finger fetish.
Yeah, if the generals are there, I would tell them to forgive Koki because... What is Koki's brain, anyway?
Let's see.
I mean, here's the thing. If Koki wasn't gonna make it a joke, I was.
MSO says...
No, I get that, it's just...
MSO says, let's be honest here.
Koki's brain.
MSO says, let's be honest here. We all know Silver would prefer the ring beyond Bathory's finger. Which, I mean, looks over to Carmilla at Fate Grand Order. You're not technically wrong. Yes, as softly as you please, as you would with the finest white porcelain. As the Emperor commands, I touch her gently. I could never touch her any other way. I swear they're doing this on purpose.
You can never touch her any other way.
It feels like touch.
This is how gentle you are.
God damn it!
Touch her. Ass skin.
Just a friendly reminder, it's just once in a row, okay?
Anyway. It feels like touching the world's most beautiful rose, or more appropriately, like touching the world's most beautiful, powerful woman.
I mean, looks at Morgan. They're not wrong.
Yes, you seem much more forward than usual. I believe I may be falling under your spell. But, well, this place might be unsuitable. The 4 generals are nearby, and they have eyes, of course. Perhaps if we were in my room? No, please don't mistake me.
This game is so flirty.
Yep.
Again, Fate was once an eroge.
Yep.
Well, that explains like the game.
Yeah, no. Alright. No, please don't mistake me. I shall accept every ounce of your affection. And as you see, we have won. The enemy is gone, and now that I look again, Archer and Lancer have left the field. This is our land now. You and I are victorious. It's true. There are no further signs of the enemy. Just as Saber says, this area has become her territory. That being said, I can stay at her side a bit longer. Or can I? In that instant, a creak snaps from inside and outside of my body. Did I exhale? Did I speak? I don't know what just came out of my lips. A low groan? A short scream? Whatever sound I made, it's because I'm in agony. Praetor! Even my virtual body feels pain. The moon cell is no different from the real world in that regard. Sense is still sense, and pain is still pain. And death is still death. Let us return to my room, Praetor. Your face has gone ghastly pale. It's not exactly what we had in the Holy Grail War, but my room does have a feature to diagnose and heal you. Quickly. Quickly do what, if we may ask? That handsome, shining figure isn't yours, you know. What? That voice. Like trickery, debauchery, and malice all rolled into one. You would know about that, Saber. Not now, Praetor.
It's over at Draco.
Quite right.
You know.
Yeah. Quite right. Over here, over here. Master has been waiting. Now to slay all the ravens in the realm and pray that morning never comes. This is our land, God's land. You are in Nakatsukuni, where the crops are abundant and the water is plentiful. The land replenishes water, travels to the Takama, travels to Yomi, and travels to the sunlit, watery heavens.
Hamamo, we know it's you.
It da floof. Dressed in her signature cute blue outfit, Servant Castor is ready to go. It is you, Castor! So you survived? Castor? Who is that servant? Why do I feel nostalgic about her? Do you remember? She assisted you in the Holy Grail War. But all the while, she was an insolent, scheming fool who made a provisional contract and tried to take the Holy Grail for herself. Of course, in the end, her wiles came to nothing. Which raises the question, where did you go? You suddenly disappeared just as the Holy Grail War came to an end. Suddenly disappeared? How dare you say that to us? You! On the path to the Moon Cell Core, you shoved us from behind and pushed us off! Oh? Whatever do you mean? Praetor, if you don't recall what she speaks of, consider yourself lucky. Pay no heed to that character. She's nothing but a lewd, lowly wench.
They're about to have a cat fight.
Protag accesses the Seraph's menu to pull up a bucket of popcorn. MSO says, I might not remember you, but if you misbehave, you're going back in the rock.
You do realize that thing split in half about 5 years ago now, right?
That's the joke. Huh. Is it we who are lewd, then? Tell me, which of us has her hooks in her poor, innocent master? No matter. Soon enough, your master will be our master. Just wait and see what happens next time. Our ears are perking up. We can hear you calling for help, master. There's not enough room in our heart for all your sorrow. I know her. I can't remember exactly, but I am certain I know this servant. Her name is... Something floats in...
Hamamo no mai, you friggin'...
Alright. Something floats in the back of my mind, like old footage. No, like memories. That servant in blue is... It was just when I'd won the Moon's Holy Grail War. There were several people around me, masters, servants, and NPCs. I proceeded toward the Moon Cell Core, and then... Then what? Oh, your miraculous recovery is but a nuisance to me. Trouble me another time, Castor. My only concern is to let the Praetor rest. At least have some consideration. Yes, of course. Master's health is indeed paramount. But... if we might trouble you just a bit... Apologies, good master, but this is important. Sometimes a devoted wife has to take drastic measures.
Oh, God.
Teehee? Not that we haven't already, of course. Yes, what any sane woman would call drastic, you would call routine. Well, all judgment aside, in the name of our special bond, let me ask you, what in Pluto's depths are you plotting? Oh ho! How cruel!
Is Hamamo we're talking about?
Oh ho! How cruel to assume we must be plotting something. We are simply following our nature. Besides, you know nothing. Emperor of Fools, that's what you are. You have no idea of the forces you've been meddling with. Was it fun to believe that the regalia was unique, in that it made you the one true king? Well, it's time for a rude awakening. We're afraid we hereby declare war, with the power of the other regalia. War? What other regalia? You heard us. See for yourself.
Uh,
She's got one too.
uh. Is there something you're not telling us, my guy?
What?
What?
In the butt.
Drake, pinch me!
2 Praetors?
Well, now we know one of John's fetishes.
God damn it, Koki. My body seizes up in pain. I can't even speak. What's going on? That being next to Castor is definitely me. The same face, the same features. From the look of it, we even have the same breathing pattern. What's the meaning of this? Why is that Praetor with you? Why are there 2 masters? Oh, you really don't know, Miss Saber? That's rather pathetic of you. Then again, you were content to watch us suffer, so pardon us if we enjoy a little schadenfreude. Oh, and on top of that, we'd like to make another announcement. What announcement? Now hear this. As of today, we rule all Seraph. By our regalia, and with our husband beside us, we proclaim ourselves the ruler of all. Quite a dreamer, aren't you? But it's time to put down that child's fantasy. The sovereign of Seraph is I, and this regalia proves. But can you not see the regalia on our finger? We have the River Moon's royal authority here before you. Oh, and if you don't believe us, we just sent you the proof. Take your time and look it over. To be more exact, 50% of Seraph belongs to us already. The rest is still yours. For now. You know what that means. We and you, we're like twins now. What? What? Half? You've taken half my empire?
Uh-oh, we got an Angie Umu.
Cut it down the middle like a sandwich. We and you are like 2 different suns, and the land is burning beneath us. We took that 50% in the last few days, including the new expanded lands, of course. We'll have the rest in no time, and we won't leave a single piece for you. And that's the truth.
Oh, God.
She's staring at me. Despite her threatening words, she seems to sympathize with my pain. So prepare yourself, however you please. Oh, and you can hold on to that master for now. Don't get too comfortable in that flimsy, flammable castle of yours. The moon cell chose us, and we choose everything. We are beauty personified. For our nation, for our people, we will stop at nothing, and nothing can stop us. Who does she think she is? And where did she find the Predator's twin? How dare she disrespect me? How dare she declare war on me? Another regalia? It's not possible. It can't be possible. But Praetor... Are you alright? The surprise appearance of Castor and her partner had distracted me for a moment. But now I feel that pain again. Not only physical pain, but a deep sense of failure. Slowly it begins to subside. I still can't move yet, but it doesn't hurt as much. At least I'm stuck looking towards Saber. Very well. Back to my room for now, then.
So wait.
What's up?
If Amamo has her own... Oh god. Hold on a minute. Let me see what her generals are.
We don't have... Oh, by the way, 20-minute warning.
Yep, I see it. Alright. How did you find your first mission, Praetor? Your strength was overwhelming, Saber, or it felt like holding hands with you?
This game is so thirsty.
It really is.
Like, even for
Do I
fish,
need to-
this feels oddly thirsty.
Do I even need...
No
do I
need
even
to say it. No need to say it. A candid and honest remark. Most welcome. Even by Saber standards, I'm overwhelming, aren't I? Especially with my particular master beside me, the victor of the Moon's Holy Grail War. Speaking of which, and thank you again for the praise, but that aside, you were inside my ring, so how did it feel to be there? Did you feel any pain? Any exhaustion? Nope, if anything, it felt like a smoking room.
Bruh. Yeah, that makes me wonder.
What?
Amamo has her own regalia, right?
Yeah?
What would hers be like?
A Japanese-style tea room?
Probably, I don't know.
I talked to Saber about the regalia. I want to know everything she does. Material-wise, it looks as if it's made of white gold, though of course it's really a collection of data. Could it be some kind of key code? She keeps referencing the royal authority, but what exactly does that mean? Yes. Just as I would expect from you, Praetor. Your curiosity and insight fill me with such confidence. Confidence? Huh? What's with the odd reaction? Is that really confidence she's giving off, or is it just bravado this time? Sadly, I know little more of the regalia than you do. I know it's made of a special mystic code from the moon cell, densely packed. In terms of file size, it holds more data than the largest territory. It seems all that data pertains to the most recent Holy Grail War. To be honest, it is difficult for me to quantify its true value. Gifted as I am, this task may call for a specialist. Still, is it not a beautiful ring? That alone makes it more than precious to me. I agree from the bottom of my heart. The ring's white golden sheen perfectly matches her finger. Beautiful? Of course. Precious? Unquestionably. Just wearing it increases Saber's charm tenfold. Enough to overcome any opposing force. You think so? No, of course you do. I thought the same, of course, but it warms my heart to know you agree. Feeling ardent today, aren't you, my Praetor? I'm just stating the obvious, Saber. Praetor? Have you no sense of self? I must say, you've never approached me quite like this. Praetor, I... Your eyes! I cannot look away from your eyes! All this time as I have given my all to conquer you, it is you who have conquered me. Well, now this is not so undesirable, I must say. Side story now available. Free battle now available. Kukulane's side
Nice
story
side story.
added. New content added
New
to the
content.
gallery. Okay. Let's see what we can do with craft.
Uh,
Craft, the only method of acquiring Mystic Codes, involves spending QP and upgrade parts. Some Mystic Codes have code casts attached that remain unknown until they are constructed. When you no longer have a need for a Mystic Code or an install skill, you can disassemble it and break it down into QP. Okay. Alright, let's see.
Alright, so these are her generals, my dude. Karna, the hero of charity.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Bathory, who we just met.
Alright.
Lubu, the flying general.
Oh boy.
And Medusa the Gorgon.
Ah. Okay. Huh. Fairy Haori has 2 sets of heal. Purification Choker has a heal and a status cure.
Sovereign's Roll has heal and switch.
And Cohort's Mantle has both heal, switch, and decoy. I only have 20k QP, so...
Best we save it up for now.
Yeah. Is there any... Do I have anything on hand that I can disassemble? Let's see. Those are my items.
Although, can I be honest when it comes to Medusa?
Yeah.
Anna's gotta be the lookiest SOB I've ever met.
Medusa is pretty. Alright.
Even though she doesn't think it.
Yeah. It's because she keeps getting bullied by her little sisters. Let's see. Setting an install skill in an open slot to expand or upgrade a servant's skills. The number of slots increases as the bond level with your servant goes up. If you set an install skill of the same category in an adjoining and connecting slot, both the adjoining skills will be more effective. When you find an install skill unnecessary, you can disassemble it and break it down into QP. Alright, so... we only have 1 slot, so let's see. You know what? Knowing me, Prana Burst Lightning +2. Normal attacks may deal lightning damage. Let's go ahead and do that.
Drake, be honest. You saw that coming.
So what coming at? I've been mostly just zoning out for a bit.
I just equipped Nero with install skill that makes her attacks deal lightning damage.
A fucking course you did, you...
It's called a brand.
Not happy.
Let's see.
Yeah, a fucking firebrand. Her sword is literally designed like flames.
Let's see.
And you don't go
I mean, lightning.
fire. Beaming. Beaming. Why you and John not fucking fashion senses?
Wow. Alright, let's see. Bond level represents the strength of the bond between a servant and master. When the bond level increases, you will gain more install skill slots, receive gifts from servants, and unlock my room bond events in main story mode. So basically, as I understand, we increase the bond level by using the servant more and more, getting into more conversations in my room. Your bond level will increase if you clear side missions, use code casts, and choose the right dialogue options. Alright, let's see what we...
Sorry about you catching strays, by the way, John.
This is you. I'm used to it.
Alright.
Look, I'm not just a cat, I'm also a dragon. Of course I go for scorched earth.
Which is ironic considering your element, fellow cryomancer.
Alright. Is there anything else we can talk with her about?
Freeze her burner!
Also, Kenshi, you are not a member of the Three Stooges, my dude.
Wait, what?
One of Kenshi's brutalities in MK1 is literally just poking a motherfucker's eyes out.
Which is kind of ironic, given he's blind.
Yeah, the irony is not lost on me or Morgan.
Here's the thing, is it ironic? What
It-
better way for someone who's used to fighting blind to gain an advantage than by blinding their opponent?
Indeed, it's a cruel irony.
I'm going to shove my so far up your ass. My toes will be poking out of your mouth.
Better idea. Grabs Drake, uses Drake as a hammer against Silver.
Really? Beating a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
Why am I the weapon?
You're small!
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway,
Hey,
what's up, Koki?
Nero sees the two of us arguing. And has this "I'm over this" look on her face.
Anyway, Koki, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna say, so I'm guessing that Forrest is pretty much gonna show you the meaning of foot and mouth.
God damn it, you beat me to the joke. Alright. Yes, the regalia may hold even more secrets yet to be discovered. And that's all she had to say. Alright. Current story will pause and you'll return to the main menu. I think we're at a good point where we can pause for now. So,
Alright, so what are we rating with?
Eating with Finger Daddy.
No! No! No!
That.
Let's see. Is there anybody else on that we can raid? Do do do. Do 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 do. Can we raid Pheno Tyson? We can. All right. And we'll go ahead and raid with
Crickets chirping.
Give me a second. Put a ring on it. Aha! I actually got it in a second. Fuck you.
So much for that piffy one-liner, Koki.
More like a one-word. More like a one-worder.
If you want to be offended for me, okay, whatever makes you the happiest, John. But I ain't offended.
Anyway. Let's see. I guess...
So tomorrow...
Let's see. Tomorrow is Sunday. And I suppose then we can actually get started on, Mega Man Legends.
By the way, third game when, Capcom?
Yeah, still a little salty about that. Alright, let's go ahead and raid. I will see you guys later.